Happy Halloween out there to everybody who participates. And by the way, as a kid, isn't Joe Friday the perfect day for Halloween as a kid? You can stay out as late as you want. You got the whole weekend to recover. We used to go to school sometimes and Halloween would fall on a Monday as a kid. That's terrible. Yeah, I would be screaming as well. We got to be in before the light. It gets dark outside, but it is a happy Halloween. It is a football Friday, and it's time to get down to your top spread lines for today, which includes a scary Bill Belichick and a scary Syracuse squad. Both of these teams stink this year in the ACC, squaring up at 7:30 tonight. Trick or treat, 45.5 is the actual total this game, and a favorite for Syracuse at -2.5. Carolina, Chapel Bill invades Syracuse. What's that spread line for this game, Joe?
Well, it's not going well in Chapel Bill this season, obviously here. But I'll tell you this, for all of the faults, I do give them credit because they were a half an inch short last week of going for it in overtime against a top 25 team in Virginia and came just a little short. They could be 3-4. Instead, they're 2-5 on the season. And the one noticeable thing about the North Carolina team is after they got absolutely waxed by TCU in that opening game, it was clear there were some issues on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball. But ever since that game, Donnie, the defense, Belichick, that's his specialty. This is a legit defense here. They have been playing out of their mind. They are only giving up about 3.6 yards per play over the last 5 games. So this is a legit defense. The offense is still horrific. But guess what? So is Syracuse's. Don't forget, Agnelli, they lost him in that Clemson game. He is out for the year when he broke his leg, and it's been all downhill. Both of these teams have quarterbacks that have more interceptions than actual touchdown passes. Both defenses, the best unit on this field is North Carolina's defense, which is why you saw this total, Donnie, open up at 47.5, and it's sitting at 45.5, and I would not be surprised if this goes 45, 44.5 before kickoff. So if you like high-scoring games, don't watch this one, but get the under bet in sooner rather than later.
Tomorrow, we will embark on the month of November, which means we're only a few weeks away from Thanksgiving, having that turkey feast here. But before we get there, we're feasting on some college football. And tomorrow, that includes a late-night game. The Cincinnati Bearcats go to the Must to take on the Utah Utes. This line, Joe, opened up around a touchdown. I'm seeing now some outlets north of 10 points here as a favorite towards the home team, Utah. Total in this game, sitting at 54.5. The Bearcats. What is the spread line here for you, Joe?
Well, it's crazy, Donnie, right? Because we're talking about two of the best teams in the Big 12, right? Utah has had their issues, obviously, but nobody is treating them like they've had any issues here. And what else is Cincinnati supposed to do? Now, they are going to be down their top running back for this game, which is why we've seen this line go to double digits here. But Sorsby has been one of the best quarterbacks in college football that nobody is talking about. They got a ton of weapons here. Never easy taking on Utah. We get that. But this line, Donnie, has gotten out of control, and I don't see it going back the other way. So 10.5 points, it might get a little bit higher before kick, but I'm all over it. I'll take as many points as you want to give me with this Cincinnati team.
It's Football Friday right here on the SportsGrid Network. We love it. We love our time here. It's college football. It's week number 10. And Joe, I can't get back to this again. It's week 9 of pro football. It's week 10 in college football. But the one thing I do like is usually we are winding down in college football at this point, right? Maybe a couple games left, a month break until we get to the bowl games here, and there's not a really lot to do, but that's not the case at this point. Week 10 means, okay, you're heading into November, a full slate of November football, a full slate of December football, a full slate of January football, which includes bowl games, and also the college football playoff. So as much as we hate to see, where does the time go? And pretty soon we'll be saying, hey, Joe, pitchers and catchers in Major League Baseball. I love this because everything's heating up and we're getting elimination games on a week-to-week basis, even though it is week 10 and we started in week 0. Feels like just a few short weeks ago.
Yeah, Donnie, it's where is the time going here? And oh, yeah, by the way, Monday, yes, Monday is the start of college basketball. Just to add a little nugget in there. Let's just throw, 700 games a week in college hoops on top of the end of college football season, heading into the postseason. Should be a lot of fun, Donnie.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get a quick look at this show. Did you know the first game I'm listing here? Oh, this is top 25 action. Give me the first game. I'm going to go Division 1 and we're going to go
Yep.
Monday. Joe, 8 a.m. You heard that
Correct.
right. 8
Yep.
a.m. Winthrop, Queens. 11 a.m. Bradley St. Bonnie. 11:30 Arlington Baptist, East Texas A&M. Joe, now can we get special dispensation on the show? Like, because we're not on radio, like doing like, Sirius XM.
Right.
Can we actually call the game live and go play by play?
I would love it. I mean, I cannot wait for it. I love college basketball season. I love it more than anything else. And it is just going to be from 8 a.m. on. While we're on air, Donnie, we are going to have nothing but college hoops going on all day long. And not just Monday, Donnie.
Yeah.
Tuesday as well.
Yeah. No, we got to get down to that business here. We got to have some fun with this. But we do have college football week number 10 coming up now, Joe. So why don't we get to some of these games and sort of check it out? Oh, here we go. DRS Joe Ranieri, the coach. It's Terry Bowden. Look, he was probably in his playbook for this weekend, getting those last news and notes together. Coach, how are we feeling today?
I'm feeling great. The biggest problem I have, I'm on at 9:40 and 45 on Saturdays, and I'm always getting those two times mixed up. But great to be back. Got a great week of football coming up.
It is, Coach. Let's get right down to the business in the Big Ten. We might have thought before the season this might decide a national championship or the Big Ten. Penn State. 3 touchdown underdogs taking on Ohio State, Coach. What gives us, and also, I love the coaching perspective. When you're an interim coach or you're a coach looking to stomp them, where are we going here? Woo.
Well, who would have thought the biggest question on this one's going to be whether they can get 21 points because they're going to win the game. Everything's stacked against Penn State, going against the number one defense in the country, giving up 5.9. There's no weakness on this Ohio State team, and I'm taking the 21. They say they're not running it enough, but when your quarterback's throwing 80%, two of the best receivers in the country, why waste your time running it more? If they want to run, they can, but they're going to win this game behind that throwing and catching of that quarterback and receivers.
One of the games of the week, Coach. It's their season. University of Texas. Doesn't matter to me who's under center there. It's that Texas defense is going to have to stand up and show out in this game against Vandy. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it matters which one is going to be at quarterback. Of course, Arch Manning with a concussion protocol. I don't think they'll play him. He could possibly go, but that's a pretty big name. They got to protect him, and I don't think so. The only quarterback that matters is the quarterback at Vanderbilt. Is he playing? Because you got a 2.5-point spread. And in the last minute of the game, if you're down by 3, he'll find a way to get a field goal. If you're up by 3, he'll find a way to get a first down. If it's going to be 2.5, it's going to be Vandy to win this football game.
Coach, if you were coaching Vandy, like just being in the mix there on a week-to-week in the SEC, it's so tough. But each week, like they're playing heavyweight contests, spreads under 3 each and every week. How do you keep the kids in line to say, hey, we got to go out and do it again and now on the road?
It's not how you keep them up. It's how you get them down. They're so sky high. They got to make sure they don't play the game on Tuesday or Wednesday because I guarantee they got the most spirited practice. We're talking about a team that hadn't been 7-1 since 1941. It's just they're in uncharted water. They're so motivated and so inspired. I'm amazed at how they're able to keep their emotions down to an even keel so they don't play the football game during the week.
Coach, we've seen nothing but Miami money since this game opened up against SMU. They were 10.5. It was as high as 12.5, even 13 during the week here. SMU is not the same SMU from a year ago in the playoffs, Coach, are they?
No, they are not. They've lost games, and they've lost the last football game. Miami did show some weaknesses in their loss to Louisville, but they got it straight last week. Miami is a complete football team, and I believe they're back on track. SMU is not going to be too much of a burden in the way, so I am taking Miami. But I will say this, SMU down in town, I'm going to take their points in this football game.
Try to keep it a little bit close there, Coach. One more game I want to go over with you. SEC action, Georgia and Florida, the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. A touchdown favorite for Georgia. Florida, new head coach / interim coach. They got the weapons here sitting at 3-4. Can they surprise top 5 Georgia?
I don't think so. I think Georgia's tired of hearing about Alabama and how all the other teams in the SEC, and now this is their year. I think they're getting down towards the end of the season. The biggest factor to me is Kirby Smart. He is such a great gamer. He's a halftime adjuster. He wins the big football games, and Georgia is getting better and better. I don't think they're as strong defensively as their championship teams, but I don't think Florida can overcome the change of coaches and all that to stay within. So I'm going with Georgia to win and win by the spread.
Coach, let's have some fun with this over the final 30 seconds. Penn State job is open. Also, you take a look at the Florida job is open. You've coached at major Division I universities. Which coaching job would Coach Terry Bowden like?
Well, because I like warm weather the older I get. No, you know what? I grew up in West Virginia, and we played Penn State every year. My father played Penn State as the head coach every year. But I've been in the SEC. I've coached in Florida. I've coached. I want to be down in sunny weather if that's me.
It's absolutely fantastic stuff. That's the insight that we get every week from Coach Terry Bowden. Catch him tomorrow once again on College Football Today on a Saturday. Thanks for stopping by, Coach. Appreciate it. And the show rolls on next. College football, Major League Baseball. We got it all tonight. NBA action, Joe. Where are you taking us tonight for that W?
Well, Donnie, you know me on Fridays. I love my college football here. We are going to go to Syracuse where, you know, good old Bill Belichick taking North Carolina to town there. And listen, North Carolina, I have been very impressed here. I thought maybe he'd begin to lose these kids, but he did not. These kids have been playing very hard. They had an opportunity to win that game at home against Virginia in overtime. Went for two, came up about 6 inches short there. They could be 3-4 on the season, but the one thing I know is that their offense is terrible. They're only averaging about 14 points a game right now against FBS teams. And guess whose offense is even worse? Syracuse. Why? Well, they have a backup quarterback who, again, has thrown more interceptions than actual touchdowns here. They are not good. But the really good part of North Carolina nobody's talking about is this defense here. They have been locked down and shut down. That was a huge effort against a very good offense in Virginia. I don't see, Donnie, if we're going to get 46 points in this game, I'm going to need one of these teams to get to 24 points. And guess what? Neither is getting to 24 points in this game. It's an absolute rock fight. It's an under for me tonight with North Carolina and Syracuse.